What's up, guys? Welcome back to Breakout Trading. Today is Tuesday, July 28th, and I'm going to be going over some trade setups that I took today. Unfortunately, all three failed, and what I'm going to do in this video is I have a screenshot of each setup, and I'm just going to go over, what I saw, what type of setup it was, and how it turned out. So today, unfortunately, was a pretty shitty day. Down here, 35.29. Which unfortunately puts me pretty much break even on the entire month. So that sucks. I definitely feel like I'm in the break even stage of my trader development. I'm not really just consistently losing anymore. However, I seem to have a bunch of small winners and then one big loser flushes them all away. But also the market that we're in right now is it's horrible. It's a terrible market to be trading in, and that's what I'm going to be talking about in this video. So anyways, biggest loss of the day by far was on FRAN here. We had a bit of a scratch trade on MARA, and OCGN was also a loser. So I'm going to be going over those. So the first trade we made was a trade line VWAP cross setup on OCGN. So here's the setup here. So had a nice strong push here in the morning. There. Established kind of an initial high of day area, pulled back, found support here on VWAP and the trade line also coming up, crossing right through there. That's when I went ahead and got long there. I got long 100 shares at 91 cents, and I was looking for this thing to get a nice big volume burst, like something that looks like that, and continue this thing upwards. But unfortunately, this is the result of that trade. So unfortunately, this is how the trade turned out. I ended up stopping out right here below VWAP for that $5 loss. And you can see that it never really got that big burst in volume that I was hoping for. It ended up breaking down below VWAP, and then now VWAP is acting as resistance, so this thing's kind of just petered off. So that was losing trade number one in the morning, down $5. And then I was really hoping that this one would work. Actually, this one looked really good. FRAN here, one of the top two leading gappers of the day, had a really nice pre-market pump, huge move up. Sold off here at the start, right there, but then kind of made this rounding bottom shape, and then ended up having look at the volume on this, just a massive explosion in volume, and that's what really gave me confirmation. Okay, this thing might rip. This is only what is it? I think that FRAN only has 2.3 million share float too. Yeah, 2.75 million share float. So if this thing wanted to rip, it could totally rip. So it did rip though here, and I tried to wait on a pullback, so I got in right there at 856 area, and I was thinking this thing might come down and test 825 at the most, and then my plan was to sell half here at the high of day, and then sell the other half up here at $10. And then as you can see, that one got completely flushed out. So once again, entry was right here. We had test down to VWAP right there, and a failed rally to push higher off that high, and then within like literally a split second, this thing just dropped all the way down and then got halted right here. So I was stuck in the halt on the downside, which really sucked. Something I could have done on this one better is either in a market like this, I should have just scalped this top here. I think I was up like $10 at the time, or I should have tried to stop out at break even once I saw this thing fail to make a new high. But that was my problem all last month, was that I was selling way too early and these things were ripping up. Now I'm trying to hold on to them and they aren't having any continuation, so I have to align my holding / scalping strategy with the momentum in the market. Yeah, and then I ended up stopping out way down here, hoping for this thing to have a bigger bounce, but I know that if these things don't bounce, they probably will just sell off all day, which it is doing currently. So that was the big loss there. That was down 29.50. And then I decided if I see one more good setup, you know, I'm going to hop on it. And then here came MARA. It's a kind of like a blockchain related stock, so another sympathy play for Bitcoin. And as you can see, it has a beautiful bull flag here with breakout and with volume. So like, it doesn't get more picture perfect than that, honestly. Like, look at that beautiful consolidation in the flag, breakout there, breakout candle with a volume spike. So I was long right here at 190, and then I actually saw Bitcoin take a huge flush, so I got out of this thing right here. Got out at 192 for pretty much a scratch trade, and this thing just crapped over again. So 3 setups, all 3 failing. All 3 I think are pretty decent setups. I'm going to start keeping a little bit of like a catalog of all these screenshots so that I can map out which ones have worked or not. Because I want to start building like a little database of all my setups that I like to trade and how they all look and how to find the best one. So what we'll do now is log into DAS, and I'll just see where everything's at currently. So we'll start at the beginning. OCGN. Never could recover over VWAP. FRAN. Sold off huge. So this is another thing, is I'm really glad I didn't bag hold this, because lots of people in the TGG chat, well, not lots but a few, were still long from here. And if you see, I sold this at 738 and it's down over a whole dollar more now. So I would have been over double the loss if I just hope and prayed held this. So that was a good thing. It's always a good thing to cut it. And MARA now just below VWAP. So nothing really having any sort of continuation. Pretty brutal action in the small cap realm, and I tried, you know, I've been trying to be careful and not use too big a size, but man, it's hard to just trade these and not get chopped up, especially with stuff like this. Like, look at how nice that setup was right there. Huge breakout, tons of volume, but then it just flushed right back down. So pretty hard to trade when the market is giving you stuff like that. And now look at MARA. Looks like it might be breaking down right now below 174. So yeah, it kind of sucks giving back literally all the work I've had all month, but you know, I'm in that stage of trading where I'm just learning. I'm breaking even, at least. I'm not huge down on the month anymore, and hopefully these last 3 days of the week will give us something that has follow through, because so far nothing has had any follow through. Pretty frustrating. But that's it for me, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Adios.